I want to talk about someone that I think is a danger to children, and that would be Please Tie My Shoes, aka Courtney Peet. The important thing is, I'm the one responsible for keeping it not weird. I'm more like the local street mom than anything. They ain't my kids, but at least they ain't dead kids either, kind of vibe I go for. I want you to remember this, that she is the one responsible for keeping it not weird, and how she sees herself as the surrogate mother. It will be important later. Last year, July 31st, 2024 to be exact, a 14-year-old child would reveal an internet stranger was guiding them on how to pleasure themselves. That internet stranger would be Courtney Peet.
Hey, so I don't know if you understand the full context of the orgasm talk, but the full context as to what Courtney suggested was something I didn't recognize was inappropriate until very recently. I told them about how I didn't know how to do it right, to which Courtney recommended using a shirt and asked me if I have a mirror to look down there. They told me it was going to talk about it to me as cynical as possible to avoid taking advantage of me like how others have. Her exact words. I wish I had the messages now to prove it.
What happened to the messages, you may ask? Well, Courtney told the kid to help her destroy the evidence by deleting the messages and blocking each other for a period of time. Something's going on with... I don't really know what to do. She's freaking out because she asked me some sexual health questions, and her mom is using that to make me out to be a pedophile. She thinks her mom is gonna go through her iPad and block all her friends. She had to block me for a bit. Yeah, her mom is pissed off that her daughter is coming to me for advice that she should be, but just isn't and can't give her. And she's acting like a child about it, to be honest. The mother. The mother is acting like a child? Because she found out her daughter was being instructed by a rando on masturbation? She's lucky she hasn't been shot yet. Why are kids coming to Courtney about sexual conversations? And why the fuck is she teaching them? Courtney is a stoner, okay? Stoner to stoner. Maybe she should keep her hero fantasy in her fucking zooted head and not become internet mom to a bunch of children. Yeah. What kind of question did you ask her, if you don't mind? And like, if I had communication with the mom, I could just hit her up whenever has a problem and be like, hey, so just so you know. Yeah, that seems extremely beneficial for everyone involved. Average age for an orgasm. She isn't sure if she's had one yet, and she gets made fun of at school by her peers for it. She made some comments that were basically, I don't know what's going on down there, and I'm starting to think I'm a freak. You know, like we all did. Pretty normal stuff for a kid going through puberty. Yes, it's normal for kids going through puberty to learn about stuff like this. But it isn't normal for strangers on the internet calling themselves a mother to teach them that. I can't believe I have to say that. Like, this shit isn't normal. It's never been normal.
It's also just super embarrassing because now he calls me good girl every 2 minutes.
Oh, so don't be embarrassed. It's called exploration and it's normal at your age. Was it the best choice? Probably not, but I've made worse when I was your age. It's not really a big deal. Frankly, this is a situation where there is no right thing to do. It's sort of a fire with fire situation. When he threatens you, threaten him back. Tell him you will tell everyone about his boner. This isn't going to be nice, but neither is he. Mock his dick size. Tell him you will tell everyone how small it is, and it doesn't matter if he actually seen it or not. Frankly, if he's going to try to use your body to shame you, do the same to him. Mom of the Year here, folks! Teaching kids to sexually harass each other back. Totally not indicative of her childish thought process. Turn the other cheek? No. Tell a trusted adult? Nope. Shame his dick. Now let's get to another kid she hurt. I get we all have trauma, and I've talked about mine on YouTube, but you don't use a community with minors in it to process your trauma. That's not why my community exists. What an interesting out-of-context message we have here. We're named too, not mom. What do you think that's about? Trigger warning for talks of suicide, starting now. Looks like I'm getting kicked out and dumped. Hooray, I love life.
What happened? Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't even know what happened. But I don't know how much I'll be on given I can't afford my own place and homeless shelters don't have the best internet. If I even go to one again, I don't want to live in another homeless shelter. I'd rather go off to the woods and die. Really wish that my now ex hadn't stopped me from fucking offing myself 6 years ago.
He's dumping you just like that, even after all you've sacrificed, your time, your energy, the emotional support that you've given him and his family, especially during the passing of your mother-in-law? What a scumbag.
Yeah, well, I sit on my ass and do nothing. He has to carry everything, apparently.
You're still alive today, and that proves something. It proves that you have a life worth living.
No, it doesn't. It proves I can't even kill myself right.
And I couldn't do that either, but I'm still here. I'm glad that you saved me. I would have done something. Even if the gun turned out to be an actual gun, you are the reason why I'm alive. And I'm always going to be grateful that it's not because you made me feel better. It's because you as a person are great. You've done so many great things. You helped so many people. You've improved your life so much.
Yet every time I improve my life, I just end up homeless again.
And you still keep on going nonetheless. You've gotten yourself out of there countless times. You just gotta keep standing back up. You're brave, Courtney.
Stop. The reason I keep going is because I don't have the balls to slit my fucking throat. That's it. That's all. I'm too much of a coward to even kill myself. So just stop. The platitudes won't work.
And Courtney, the suicide stuff, I know you're going through a lot, but I don't really think that it's the best solution right now. I know. We've all heard the suicide is a permanent fix for a temporary solution, that kind of talk. But I'm so sorry. You've been doing the work. You set up that GoFundMe to help with the legal stuff with your mother-in-law. You've been doing so much. And if he can't see that, then he's the fool.
Doesn't matter. It's not a 9 to 5. He may be the fool, but I'm the one homeless and fucked. Suicide is the permanent fix to the permanent problem that is my life. I never should have been here to begin with.
You were still helping him and his family. Fuck him for not appreciating that.
Should have died at 14 like I tried to, but no, can't even do that right.
Mom, please don't kill yourself. Please, Courtney. You mean so much to a lot of people. The reason why your sister's getting called out. The reason why KP no longer has to deal with her. The stuff didn't just happen. It happened because you took action. I know, but I don't really know what to do about these kind of situations. When I hear about it, I want to help, but I don't know how to help.
There is no helping right now.
Is there something I could do to help later if I can't help now?
Not right now, no.
Just let me know later if there's anything I can do to help. I'm willing to help in any way I can.
I'm sorry about last night. I don't know if I scared you or not, but I'm sorry if I did. I'm the kind of person who needs to say things so that I don't do them. So I have a tendency to stick myself in loud ideation in order to solidify that I'm not going to act. And I'm sorry if I scared you last night. So not only is she talking about sex with these kids and young adults, but also venting about suicide to a 17-year-old who also vented the same way to them. People need to know what Courtney is doing behind the scenes. This is predatory shit. This is not normal behavior, and it shouldn't be normalized whatsoever. Adults should not be acting like this towards children. A 17-year-old shouldn't be calling you mom while talking you down from killing yourself. A relationship like this should not be happening at all. Like, good on Courtney for helping the kid in distress, but to keep them this close to you and being this toxic towards them when you know they've been through shit. Fucking awful, heinous shit. This is taking advantage of them for Courtney's selfish pleasure of being the center of these kids' lives. It's disgusting she's been able to do this under the radar for so long. But she was never alone about hiding it. Lioconvoy, proud predator hunter, let her do this shit and said nothing about it for a year. So after I learned about Courtney and his ties to her, I went apeshit. I had a crash out on Blue Sky, okay? I directly told Lyle to fucking speak about this. Instead, Manchild wanted to play dumb like he didn't understand the link I gave him. It wasn't just a YouTube video, it was timestamped directly at the segment of him being outed for having this information and doing nothing about it. Not only that, but invited Courtney to his server of vulnerable people. I spread it out for him with screenshots and everything, and he still wanted to play retard with me. I was suspended for 24 hours, and I had to delete that specific post because Blue Sky doesn't like when you threaten pedo defenders. I'm watching Ace right now. Tell him that you knew Courtney Peet instructed a child to masturbate. Do you have proof of this? That Courtney did as such and that Lyle was aware? Maybe in his deranged head. Me, a bunch of people from her old server who severed ties, and the teenager she groomed. She destroyed the more damning evidence, encouraged the kid to do the same, but I did receive logs of the conversation that was still inappropriate and manipulative. She minimized what had actually occurred between her and the at the time 13-year-old to me when we were still friends. At the time I looked up to her and thought she was someone I could trust. I'm trying to amend that. I was going to make my own video and script it out. I likely still will, but I have zero online presence. Who is please tie my shoe? That's Courtney Peet. I think the two of you were briefly in contact over the Lily Orchard stuff? Yeah, that's why I thought it sounded familiar. There's more, of course. Here's another message she sent me in regards to an interaction she had with the minor. He told me that Courtney was giving him graphic masturbation advice. Like, sex isn't about the big O with yourself or someone else, and it's nobody's business but yours and your future partners. And, I mean, what we all did when we were that age was to inspect ourselves in a mirror. We all had one. We all bent ourselves into weird angles just trying to see what the hell was going on down there. Like, literally, how would I explain it to my own kid and not my child bride? The minor was dealing with sexual harassment in school, and the faculty wasn't handling it. So he went to Courtney for emotional comfort. She told him to shit-talk another 13-year-old's genitalia repeatedly through these. Here is a message to me directly in regards to the full context of the sex ed conversation. Did the minor send any inappropriate images of themselves to Courtney? No. Regular selfies at one point, but no new photos. Thankfully, it never went that far. Then you need to get them to export the chats on both accounts. The email for one of the accounts was rendered invalid, and I don't think we can log into that one on a desktop computer. The other one we can, but we can't access the computer until Monday afternoon. This one may be a bit of a headache. You shouldn't need email access if you're logging onto the device you always use. Can you do it on a phone? Export? No, that's only on PC. The kid doesn't have one, but can access a PC on Monday. Brad. So he's logged into the computer. The only account he has full access to doesn't have many interactions, so there's not as much there. Do you have a preferred site to use for exporting chat logs? Moron even took the bait when I told him to get his goons out to defend this. So if you need a list of who is okay with Courtney Peet teaching a kid to masturbate and Lyle hiding it from people, here you go. Beefamitz, Weebus, Junkfish, and Angie. All defenders of this predatory behavior. Now on to the next segment before I go on a random tirade about something. Anyways, why would you associate with Psy? Okay, first of all, I don't fucking associate with Psy. Okay? In fact, I did what you fuckers didn't do, and I talked directly towards her because of what I learned, that she had a minor, 17 years old, okay, whatever, but still, and safe from her chat, like, what the, and I was the only one who actually fucking talked to her about it, while all of you, even her, like, ops, were like, you know, calling her a bitch, making revenge porn of her. But here, this is me doing that. This is me doing what your fucking community is supposed to do. Me talking to her, telling you how did a minor access the server, and actually, I'm gonna say it right now, her defense here is laughable, okay? But still, I talked to her about it. And guess what she says? Tell me why I'm being interrupted over while everyone turns a blind eye to people platforming the right guy. Motherfucker, why do you think I'm here? Why do you think I'm fucking here? I hate all of you. I fucking hate all of you. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, here's the next image. Oops, how did this get here? This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. This is just Lio admitting to having the FCK logs for months, knowing people were sexual around children, and then blaming Akuma for not giving me the logs, even though he was the one ghosting him. It's just really weird. Anyways, back to him keeping Courtney's actions secret. Not even like 12 hours later, Courtney was being confronted in Cat's lair. What a weird coincidence. Surely it has nothing to do with me outing Lyle in the fucking public. Whatever. You know, who cares? They're talking about it now, so what the fuck ever. Okay, so here's the highlights of me going through it while I was digesting edibles. I didn't tell a kid how to masturbate. I said self-exploration. That's how you learn your own body. No, you told him in graphic detail how to do it with a t-shirt in a mirror. And then you fucking deleted it because you fucking knew. I had a number of minors hitting me up for advice and help, and you had minors coming to you. And you let this fucking happen. And Lyle let this happen. Because I've actually raised a kid for almost a decade and actually had to handle tough conversations with a child. So I gave advice where I felt I could. You are not the fucking child's parent. And what's so funny is I'm gonna be agreeing with Hidden this entire fucking time. People can have an opinion on whether I should have answered it or not. No. The answer is no, and it's always been no. I just don't help people anymore, you know, because, oh, you tried? You tell a 13-year-old how to jack off once, and then, oh, now everyone's after me. I also don't have a server full of minors. There's 9 out of 80. Oh my god. Think I shouldn't be doing it all you like, but she doesn't have the credentials from FilePack when you have none of your own. That's not how this works. Like, when I go to a fucking scientist and some guy at Walmart and I say, talk about the meteorites, because the scientist has credentials, the guy at fucking Walmart doesn't. And if I'm like, okay, how do you know, like, the meteorites are controlled by the reptilian arms race? And you know what he says to me? What, do I have to be an expert? What, you think I don't have the credentials? Well, where's your credentials? You can't deny that the reptiles control the fucking meteorites, because you don't have credentials to debunk me. La 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 la. But I have never sold myself as teacher of kids on how not to be groomed. You do sell yourself as mommy. You sell yourself as the mom to the children. I'm just saying that out loud. Like, people are concerned, and you're doing nothing to dispel the concerns. Well, I'm glad Hidden has concerns. I'm glad, like, most people here have concerns. You know, it sucks that Lyle didn't, and, like, kind of lied to everyone's face. And we don't talk about masturbation. You fucking did, you cunt. You know, when I had talked with Lyle because he got concerned, he got concerns about the whole idea. I tried to remain fair because he is my friend and for some reason he keeps you around. I wonder why. But now I sincerely hope he drops your ass because you're sounding like peaches. Whatever. Like if people weren't the kindest with you and accused you of shit you possibly didn't do. Well, she did. But no one here has ever seen you address things, especially because half of us weren't even aware of these allegations. Hidden, do you know why you don't know? And a lot of you didn't know? Because Lyle didn't tell you. He didn't tell you on purpose. The thing that broke the camel's back wasn't defending the 14-year-old JO instructions or the mommy suicide bit. It was saying informed consent doesn't exist, and implying Pumpkin was a rapist. So there's the story. Courtney Peet is a danger to children. Call it coincidence, the person who likes being called mommy was shielded by a person who likes being called daddy? But I personally won't be gaslit into thinking these people don't pick out vulnerable people to control, okay? If you have a problem with that, bitch about it in a video or something. I don't care. Speaking of which, I want to go over something loosely related to this. Hidden. The person who was totally on my side and just wanted civil conversation is making a video about me. Because she doesn't like when people are on my side. So she's gonna make a biased video where she can control the narrative. Something she literally admitted in a call to me. She's probably gonna cut out all the times she and her friends were complete assholes to me, misrepresent my video for like the 20th time about how I totally said Vlad would hurt his kid for being neurodivergent, and not a basic empathy question you would hear in a fucking after school special. You know, just so she can sit there and say she doesn't care people are telling me to kill myself over and over again, and how popular YouTubers and their audience can harass me constantly, and that's okay because I simply won't be silent and not speak out. The weirdest accusation I've been told is like the fact that I tried to weaponize Lyle's audience. Evidence of this being the one time I brought it up in the server, literally stating I didn't want it to become a thing, and I just wanted to post the evidence for myself. Like, why can't you guys just take me seriously for 1 fucking second? No, I'm not a chronic liar like you. When I say I don't want your attention, I literally mean that, for God's sake. With all that being said, I am waiting in anticipation for that video. Is it going to be nuanced and criticize me fairly and denounce all the people who say terrible shit that baited me to acting out? Probably not. There's nothing to show that would be the case. But it's interesting nonetheless to me. Like, I wonder if Hidden will talk about my origin story and like the video I did on Bull Blacks. That's very important to my character arc, I personally feel. Like, listen, I want nothing but the best, okay? If you're gonna lambast me, the least you can do is be lore accurate while doing it, okay? So anyways, I'll see you guys when I see you. Kind of living on the edge here in commentary purgatory. Not really fun, but I'll make do. It'll get worse before it gets better, as they say, so bye, I guess.
Good day, sir!